I'm in a health crisis right now, and I wanted to share with you what's going on with me and why I won't be making another video till this gets fixed. So it all started this winter when we had a visitor at church, and after church she came up to me, she's like, "Oh my gosh, are you pregnant? Are you expecting?" And I was wearing a big dress and I could see how she thought that, and I was just like, "No," and I wasn't offended. No, I'm not. She's like, "What? You're not? Well, you must be overeating." And that hurt me and hit me so hard. I didn't say anything. I was so in shock, and I probably wouldn't have said anything anyway. And I went home bawling my eyes out. I was crying. I was like so hurt. And because I had been trying to eat healthier, I'm over 40, and so I saw that my body was gaining weight, and so I was doing everything I could to not to eat more healthy. And my husband came in, and I told him what happened, and he said, "I'm really worried about you. I'm worried about your body. I see it's changing. It doesn't look healthy. You need to go see a doctor." And I wanted to fight him so bad because I've been healthy my whole life, never had any problems. And I was going to be like, "Nope." But the Lord's like, "Remember, like, to submit to your husband." And so I was like, "Okay, I will submit to you." Like, just out of love and respect for him, I will submit to you. And the Lord was like, "Submit to your husband." So I did. So thankful I did. They couldn't get me in for 5 to 6 months. And I was just in the waiting game. I wasn't hurting. I wasn't in pain. I was just uncomfortable. But during that time, my belly kept getting bigger and bigger to the point where it looked like I'm 5, 6, 7 months pregnant, depending on the day. So I was determined those 5 to 6 months before I saw the doctor that I would try everything. I was like, "I will fix this myself." And so started eating aloe vera, which helped with the pain. I did have a little bit of pain, and so it helped with my stomach gut. I started doing slippery elm, castor oil. Like, I would research irritable bowels. I was researching all the time. And I stopped eating gluten. I stopped eating dairy, like all the things, right? And some things helped, but at the end of the day, nothing took away this bloating. And then the bloating turned into all day, every day, all through the night. And so by the time I got to my doctor, I showed her everything I tried, and I was like, "It's just not getting any better." And she was concerned, of course, so grateful. I'm so grateful for my doctor. She's amazing. I have a new doctor. She's so good. And she's like, "We're going to take some labs. We're going to do some scans." And so my labs came out completely clear, completely fine, which was a really good sign. But then I did an ultrasound, and my doctor called me pretty much right away. And she says, "You have a really large mass in your abdomen, a really large mass. And I don't know what it is, but it's not good. And we're going to do another scan, and we're going to see what it is." And it's so funny. After I got the ultrasound, before my doctor called me, I was spending time with the Lord, not even thinking about my body. I said, "Lord, I just need a word from you. I need a word. I just need you encouragement, a scripture, whatever, a song, like, just speak to me, Lord." And again, I wasn't thinking about my body. He said, "I'm going to heal you. I'm going to heal you." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, there's stuff going on with my body. Okay, thank you, Lord. Thank you for that promise. Okay, you're going to heal me. You're going to heal me." And so when I got the word from my doctor, I had a large mass in my abdomen. I immediately went back to what the Lord said the day before. "I'm going to heal you." And so I said, "Lord, like, show me what's going on. Like, talk to me. Like, I need you to minister to me." And he started to speak to me, and he said, "I have removed the fire from your life." I had a lump on my neck, and it got worse and worse like 10 years ago, and prayed and found I was resentful and repented my resentment, and my lump healed. Like, within 24 hours, it was gone. And it was a painful lump. It was getting bigger and bigger every day, and it was gone. And I had another lump at one time at the top of my head, and I've had issues with my body, and the Lord would just miraculously heal me, like, in the most amazing ways, like at different ways, different times, right? My back, I remember I had pains with my back, and all of a sudden I was just worshiping him one day, not even thinking about my back. I've been crying to God about my back, and I just felt this burning sensation on my back, and my back was completely healed. And the Lord, just through my life, has healed me. And he said, "I have taken the fire from you time and time again. I'm not taking the fire away this time. You're going to walk through the fire with me. I'm going to walk, Des. I'm going to hold your hand and walk through the fire. You will go through the medical system, and I will heal you through the medical system." And so I had peace. I had never wanted to go to the doctors for anything. I never wanted to do surgery, never wanted to do anything, but I had peace. And I knew the Lord was going to use the medical, the doctors and the nurses. He was going to use them to heal me. He was going to be in that. And so I just had this peace. I had this peace that surpassed all understanding, this peace that would bring me joy. I would worship the Lord. I still had to go through another scan. We didn't know what this was, but the Lord was so strong and so there, right? Like when you have a word from the Lord, like it is your lifeline, and it gave me the strength I needed. And so I got my CT scan the next day. I was still waiting for my doctor to call me. The next morning, I had a nurse that's been going to my church, a nurse that is a leadership in my church, amazing, one of a dear friend of mine. And I've been sharing with her my labs and my symptoms and all the things. And she sent me a video. She says, Des, I think this is what you have. I think this is it. And it was a cyst, an ovarian cyst, because I had no other symptoms. I wasn't sick. I wasn't in pain. I just had a lot of bloating. And these cysts can get up to the size of a watermelon. Like that's like the worst case scenario. She goes, this is what I think you have. I think you have a cyst. And it gave me the peace I needed that day to get to, the Lord was so good to bring my friend, Miss Karen, to tell me, right, to give me that news I needed, because my doctor didn't call until that night. And she had the exact same answer that Miss Karen did. She's like, we think it's a cyst. You should know, like your labs came back, that should have showed signs of cancer. This is ovarian cyst. The scan showed, the CT scan showed that it is 28 centimeters. And for those that don't know centimeters, that's almost a foot long. Like I have a foot long cyst in my belly. And so she's like, I'm going to call the surgeon. We're going to get you surgery. I was like, okay, here we go. Right. Nervous about surgery, but the Lord's like, I will give you grace for that day. You'll be ready for this thing to come out when you have surgery. And then all of a sudden, one morning I woke up and the Lord said, you're going to go to the ER today. You're going to go to the ER. And he goes, your kidneys aren't doing well. And so I was like, okay, I felt pain, but I didn't feel like, I was like at a 3, a pain level. And I was like, well, I'm going to go milk my goats because that's important. And then we'll go to the ER. And I told my husband, I was like, Joel, we're going to go to the ER today. That's what the Lord said. And as I was milking the goats and as I was processing, it was like an hour after, and I was like, Lord, I'm not in that much pain. Like, I feel guilty going to the ER. I will go to the ER, but I wish I had a little bit more pain. Oh my gosh. Don't ask the Lord for that. Don't ask the Lord for that, because all of a sudden I was laying on my couch waiting for my husband, and I instantly, it just came over me, like this abdominal pain, in my pain, and then all at my right side. And I just started screaming because it hurt so bad. I started screaming and I couldn't get off the couch because if I moved even more, it would be even more excruciating. So my husband was on the phone trying to get someone to watch our kids. And I was screaming at the top of my lungs because it hurt so bad. And I was thinking, okay, Lord, okay. I said I need pain to go, pain to go to the ER. And so we went to the ER and I'm like, this is it. We're going to get surgery today. And we spent it. Thank you, Lord. I knew the Lord was allowing my body to change even more because I knew he was doing something. I trusted him that much. I had so much peace. I just trusted him that much that I've dealt with this for months. I've dealt with this almost over a year. The bloating was bad at the beginning of the year and I dealt a little bit last year, but I've never had this pain. You're doing something, Lord. You're allowing something to happen, So we get to the ER and I'm like, they're going to send me right up. Then we're going to go from the ER up to the floor where they do surgery. And they had me do another ultrasound because they didn't know if the cyst was wrapped around my ovaries. And the lady, oh my gosh, so amazing. She was so amazing. She's like, you are so, this thing is crazy. She was showing me, it goes from my ovaries up to my ribs and from one side of my body to the other. She's like, this thing is huge. This thing is ginormous. And I was like, good, tell the doctor I need surgery, please. And came back, my ovaries were fine. It wasn't wrapped around, it's too big to be wrapped around. And I was like, this is it. And the doctor's like, it's not an emergency. And my heart just sunk. I go, what do you mean it's not an emergency? It's taking over my body. And he goes, it's not an emergency. You have to be on crazy pain medications that no pain medication will work, or you have to be vomiting nonstop or fever. You're none of that. You're none of that. And it was just so discouraging. He's like, I can send you home. I will send you with some pain medicine home. But there's nothing we can do. He's like, but I will make a call to get you to see a surgeon right away. And so I get home and I'm still in pain, right? And my sister messages me. She's like, why don't you just take at least Tylenol? So I was like, sure, I'll take some Tylenol. Did not work. It did not work. You know what worked, which is insane? peppermint essential oil because I've been using that for bloating, and I was like, might as well try it. So, I've been using it all these months, and it took away the pain instantly. I don't know if like there was too much bloating and it was like on nerves and pushing on other things, and it just instantly, oh my gosh, I was like, Lord, you're so good. You're so good. I couldn't stand up. I had to be hunched over the whole time for hours, and all of a sudden this peppermint oil like took away the bloating and took away the whatever my cyst was on or whatever, and I was not in pain anymore. I was like, okay, God, I see you. Like, you did this so I would get to the emergency room. And so I thought the ER had contacted the surgeon my doctor had contacted, right? And so I was like, okay. And so the ER surgeon called me, but for some reason my phone didn't ring. It was so discouraging. And then I get another call from actually the surgeon my doctor had called, and I was able to talk to them. And she goes, okay, we're going to get you in on the 24th. I go, oh, that's next week. That's great. She goes, no, November 24th. And I go, and I just saw, like, that hit me so hard. I go, I can't wait that long. Like, I can't stay in this pain. I can't stay in this situation. Like, I can't, what do you mean November 24th? I've been to the ER today. Didn't you get that referral? Like, and she was just so rude. She's like, that's it. That's all you get. And she like hung up the phone. It was awful. And I was just bawling my eyes out. I called my doctor, leave a message saying they said November. And then I was like, was that the same surgeon that the ER doctor called? I looked through my voicemail and I see it was a different surgeon. And so I call them, and the lady was like, we can get you in the beginning of July, which is like 2 weeks away. And I was like, Lord, I go, what if I have to go to the ER? Like, I'm still in, like, at that point I hadn't taken essential oil. I'm like, I'm still in pain. Like, do I just go to the ER? Like, I can't do this much longer. She goes, let me get you to an RN. She brings me over to an RN. I tell her my name, my date of birth. She goes, I know you. Like, we're going to get you in next week. You're going to see that like within a couple days. And the Lord just, like, I just started crying, because to go from like November, right, 5-6 months away, to like in a couple days, like, the Lord is so good. I've seen his hand in this journey. I've seen it, right? I've seen his hand when I need to get to the doctor and my husband's like, you got to go. And then I've seen like my doctor fight for me, and I saw like the CT scans and the word the Lord gave me, and that I have not been in pain this whole time. This whole year, I've not been in pain. Then all of a sudden one day I wake up in pain, and the Lord was speeding up for me to see the surgeon. That's how good he is. Like, he's so good. I know sometimes we get discouraged because life is not good, and why are we in pain, and why am I going through this? But if you invite the Lord into your situation, his hand is through it all. His hand is in it. And I see the Lord moving in my situation. I see the Lord favor. And all my friends were praying. My friends have been praying. I've told my friends, they've been praying and crying out for me. They've been giving me like encouragement and saying, the moment I woke up, I prayed for you. Like, the Lord has surrounded me in this. And so I'm going to see the surgeon in a couple days and hopefully get to surgery. And the Lord's like, we're walking through fire, Des. This is the fire I'm talking about. This is the fire. Like, you will make it out on the other side, but you and I are going to walk through fire. He goes, you're going to be a fire dancer. You're going to worship me during this fire. So that's what I've been going through. I have not been myself. I've been very fatigued. I haven't been able to do as much. I haven't worn makeup in weeks because I keep crying and I don't want to just smear all my makeup. I've just not been myself. And so I just need you to pray for me. I need prayer. I need prayer and stuff. So that's what's going on with me. That's my health crisis. I literally look. I'm going to show you. I literally look. Can't see too much. Yep. I literally look super pregnant. And this is all a cyst. That is a cyst. So that's what I'm going through. When after this is all said and done and I get a surgery and recover, I will start doing videos again. But I just want to let you know where I'm at and what I'm doing. All right. Thank you guys. Guess what? I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.